Hey, what's up, fellas? It's me. This is my phone camera. It's darkening up. Let's get back light there. Yeah, all right, there we go. Hey, what's up, brother? We're gonna teach you how to run this thing. CAD 2015. Let's get to it. I don't have TeamViewer, but we're just gonna record off the screen. So let's get to it. So here's your display. This is your communication device. You don't want it to X that out, or else it will not communicate to the external computer in the shop. So let's not X that out. Let's leave that. It comes out automatically when you boot up the computer. But right now, let's click on CAD 2015, and here we go. That's create a blank job to start out, and it takes you to the main hub. And click on new job to start a new job, of course. It'll say this, unable to lock the file. Don't just ignore that and press cancel. It'll work just the same. Blank job, highlighted. Go ahead now, press next. Alright, so highlight your job that you want. You could always press the green folder to start a new folder, but in this case we have all of our jobs here, so let's label this job. You can label it here. I guess this is a... Yeah, alright. We don't have to name it Discord Boys for now. Let's just open the job that we already have going. This is Verplank, something we did last week. And here it is. This is most of the stuff I've been punching in. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff that we can do. This is number 679. And that's a transition. So you type the numbers in from the bottom of the dimension, the bottom dimension, and then the top dimension, followed by the length. And of course, you specify flat left to flat bottom, or flat top, whichever it may be. And this display just gives you a 360 view. Go into options. 3 parts to make it a 3-parter. You don't want 4 parts. It makes it a little harder to assemble in the long run. V notches. We'll explain those after. Now this part is insulated, so let's click insulation inside. Highlight 1-inch liner so we know what to mark the line on for when it comes to tags. And there's your display. This is your pretty much 2D form of what's happening. It prints the liner backwards. Next, we'll do a straight duct. This is pretty simple. Nothing too fancy. Two-parter in the straight type, so we can line that a little easier. Insulation inside, 1-inch liner. This part is 669. Very nice, stellar. This one will have a volume damper. Oh, I'm sorry, this was a squared around. So we're not going to insulate this part. 14 by 12 by 10-inch round, followed by the length. No extension, no collar, none of that. Cross break is 2, so it's a 2-parter. Or you can make a 1-part if you really want like a wrap piece. Turn the insulation off. We don't line the squared rounds in this job, but you know that. Duct mate for a TDC flange. 1/2-inch laps, those are pretty standard, you don't want to touch those. Nice. Alright, next is a transition, TDC to slip and drive for the VAVs. This one is also insulated. Bottom dimension first, followed by the top one. Bob left, he went to therapy. Thanks for letting us know. Insulation back on. This part is 672. There's your slip and drive. Doesn't matter which side you put it on. Actually, it does. Never mind. Sorry for any glares. Obviously, I wish I had Team Viewer. Made it a lot easier. Wicked. Alright, next is a transition here that goes to an inside dovetail. This is pretty simple. We don't use the tap. We only use the transition. Now, the dovetail is always 6 inches more than the actual dimension of the TDC side. So we have a nice deep start. Make it a two-parter, like always. Make sure that's always 24 gauge, especially with these little pieces. Inside dovetail. There's your piece. Checking the details, make sure it's legit. Oh, sorry about that. And it's aligned. Good. Righteous. Alright, next is a 14 by 8 by 30 with a volume damper. We'll do another one of these. Get the hang of it. Put a hole on the right, put a hole on the left. Not the top and bottom. 0.6 for a hole width, 0.6 for hole width 2, then go back up to hole inset, put 6. Or half the dimension of the short side plus 1. There it is. That's a lined piece. It should be 2-piece, but I screwed this one up. There we go. The V-notches we'll talk about after. I'll bring those up after. All the sizes we need to use. Here it is. Roto die notch length 6, 12, 14, 15, 18, 24, 30, 32, 38, 44, 50, and 56. Of course, you can modify these a little bit if you want to use a 1/4 inch or less. But I'll show you how to do that in real life person mode instead of this video, which kind of shows you the basics. Oh, I forgot one.
Today is National Nap Day. Make sure you take a nap.
I'm going to put an instructional video together about how to make every piece, and Tibby's going to watch it and study it.
Do you think Tibby's going to hear this?
No sound.
No sound?
Unless you want me to put your...
Well, I mean, if I start calling him a fucking idiot right now, I don't want.
I mean, he wouldn't take offense to that. He'd probably love you for it. Like, yeah, that guy's all right. He's true. He's a good dude. We call all our friends idiots around here.
They don't know any other way.
Yep. Alright. Let's do another one with a volume damper. I like these. Oh, Jesus. It's a square round. What am I kidding? Cross break 2. Let's make sure we take the insulation off that. We don't need it. This number of this fitting is 675. Check it. Alright, so here's how I number them. Got all my numbers. I'm going to start numbering this side. Keep track of how you do this. Sometimes you get mixed up a little bit, or you skip a number, or something goes wrong, or there you have it. Let's do another transition for the hell of it. Flat top, flat side. Right side, that is. Bottom dimension first. The width, flat right. Depth, flat top. Very nice, ain't it? So easy. Yeah, I screwed a lot of these up in the past. This is the easy way to do it. after learning it the hard way. The V-notches can be adjusted for straight ducts that don't fall within the rotodie limits. Usually I set it for 35 on one side. That's how you get that notch, that slope notch. Here's a radius offset. Whoa. Now the autos make it a nice OG. Take a nice radius all throughout. Now, with limited restrictions, you could do 0, 0 and turn that into a straightaway. That's again for only restricted items. Items that can't really make that turn the whole way like that. But we're going to set that to auto. It's a better radius. A little better in the airflow. Now when we set this up, metal insulation 1, that sets up for the metal, all the nesting. And this is quite the large list. Obviously you should remember it, we did it all last week. And step 2 does the insulation. Automatically does the 20 footers, like we discussed before. There you have it.